Hello and welcome back to my small Husqvarna channel. Today we will have some more Husqvarna related topics. The latest videos have been a lot about navigation. But today, it's Christmas time. You can see it over there. So it's very cold outside, and I thought I will give you some update regarding the fenders that you can buy for the Husqvarna 701. And the advantages and maybe disadvantages. So right now we have all three, at least from my side known fenders that are available on the market. So if you know any additional fender or any other brand which is going to supply fenders for the Husqvarna 701, please share it and write it down in the comments, because I'm pretty interested in it. So here we have all three options that I know about. So right now we will go through one by one what's the advantage and disadvantage. So let's go. Okay, so let's start with the one right in the middle. So obviously this one is the original front fender of the Husqvarna 701, and of course it's a high fender, and you're going to connect it with 4 bolts directly onto the triple clamp of your front fork. And as you know, of course, it's a high fender. So one of the advantages is that you won't get mud inside here, or you will get mud inside here, but at least your front wheel will not touch this mud of this fender, because the distance between the front wheel and the fender is quite large, and therefore you will never have the issue of your front wheel touching this this mud here inside and maybe get stuck on the fender. And in worst case, or the worst case scenario will be that the front fender will be ripped off. So this is some disadvantage of the low fender, of course. This is an advantage. Another advantage is that you can use some tool case on it. So you can put some box or some tool case like this. So I used it from a service back then. You can put it on here, so you have like 4 hooks, 1, 2, 3, 4, that you can clip on here, and you can wear your tools just on top of your front fender, which is quite nice. You cannot do this with this nor this, so this is quite a good option to carry your tools. But the disadvantage of this fender is, in my opinion, that it will steal your bike a lot of cooling capacity. So I already drilled some holes here inside. Normally this is completely closed and a bit longer. I needed to cut it down because I use another another radiator from the KTM, because it works better in my opinion. So I drilled these holes here to have a better airflow through the radiator. But of course, if you're riding in wet conditions and you will ride through some mud or anything, so all of this dirt and mud and stuff like that will go through your front fender directly into your radiator, and it will stuck in there and it will steal yourself a lot of cooling capacity. The other way around, if you are not going to drill it and not going to cut it down, you have a very large surface area which will block the airstream through your radiator, and will also have some major effect on your cooling capacity. And at least I had a lot of issues with my cooling water temperature, and so this was also the main reason why I chose one of these. And this is a major disadvantage of this front fender from Husqvarna or KTM, in my opinion. So this is made out of polypropylene, so it's very sturdy and rigid. So as you see, I cannot even bend it with my bare hands here. As an example here, this one is very soft and you can bend it easily, and this one not, because it's a bit thicker. So I think the material is the same, so this will also be polypropylene, but I couldn't find out anything about it, so maybe I will put it here inside if I found out later. But yeah, that's so far the advantages and disadvantages of the high front fender from the Husqvarna 701, and of course it's pretty cool looking in the end. So if you really like some yeah, good looking bike, and so you need to choose this one, because these will look exactly this cool as a high front fender, but yeah, I needed to change it because of my cooling issues, and I'm quite happy with one of these. And so far that's all about the original front fender from Husqvarna 701. So let's go over to the next fender. So the next fender will be the low fender from Perfect Fairings. So Perfect Fairings is a Greek company, and they manufactured this front fender here. It's made out of resin and some fiber. So if you take a look here inside, you may see it. And one of the advantages is that it's quite cheap. So this is about 130 euro, and so it's a very good price in the end for a part like that. And it has the original 450 replica optic, so I also think that it looks awesome. Not as good as the high fender, of course, but still good. And yeah, it's if you can hear it right now, so you cannot bend it, and if you listen to it, so it sounds like it's a bit brittle and not as sturdy as one of these fenders. And when I drilled the holes here inside, so I really thought I would destroy everything and it will rip off. And I also did not trust this fender in the beginning, but I had a lot of rides through gravel and more or less stony areas. So there were even some rocks stuck between my front wheel and this fender here, and it did not rip off this fender at all. So this is, in the end, after my experience, a very sturdy fender. And so this is really like yeah, it's just simply doing its job. The disadvantage is that these holes, or that the fender comes undrilled, so I needed to drill these holes by myself. And here I found out that some material in the end was missing, so you can see that it has some incline here, and so some material was missing, so I could not drill the last hole because I would have ripped off the edge of this fender. And this is, yeah, it was not like 100% matching the holes on or the threads or the points where to attach it on my bike. Also, one disadvantage of this fender is, and that's also the reason why I changed lately to this fender, that these holes here, so down here and here and here, and of course on this side, so these have worn out. So yeah, the longer you use it, due to vibrations, these holes will get larger in the end. And yeah, lately I just recognized some rattling noises, and I couldn't figure out where it came from. And yeah, later I found out that the bolts which are inside here were just too small and would not hold this fender anymore. So it was like shaking on the front and rattling, and yeah, I cannot do anything against it. So okay, I can use some maybe bigger bolts, but I want to use this standard bolts normally, and nothing special, because if I lose one, I would like to carry some extra bolts with me to change it, or to yeah, assemble it again correctly. And yeah, I simply don't like it. So this is a major disadvantage, in my opinion, of this resin fiber material, that these holes getting worn out. And yeah, after some kilometers, I think I rode it like, I don't know, 3,000-4,000 kilometers. yeah, it did not work for me anymore, unfortunately. Otherwise, it's a good fender, so it's sturdy, it's more or less cheap. And disadvantage, of course, that the holes was not matching exactly, and that these holes get worn out. Yeah, so I guess this is all about the Fender from Perfect Fairings, and right now let's move on to the last one. Okay, so this is the Fender that I'm actually going to use. I installed it like 1000 kilometers ago, and I'm pretty happy with it. So a lot of people think this is a Fender from Nomad ADV, because Nomad ADV is going to offer this Fender, including those brackets, which I will talk about later, as a part. And but no, it's an original spare part from a KTM 990 ADV from 2003 up to 2012, I think. And you can buy it, of course, in different colors. Of course, I choose white because it's matching my bike perfectly. But this is simply a spare part of KTM. So I will put you the spare parts number of this part down below in the info box of this video, so you can order it at any KTM dealer or Husqvarna dealer or online or wherever. The disadvantage is that, okay, this was 130 and this is 230 or 33. So it's approximately like 100 euros more expensive as the other one. But if you get some good deal, often KTM online stores are going to offer some 10 to 15 or 20% deals, and then I think it's a good buy. And yeah, otherwise, of course, it's quite expensive. So this Fender, yeah, as you right now may know, is from a KTM 990. So this means that it doesn't match with your holes on your front fork of your KTM 690 or 701. And therefore you need to build and yeah, manufacture some adapters if you buy this one at some KTM online store. If you buy it at Nomad ADV, for example, you will get exactly the same Fender, but with these brackets. So you have like 1, 2 on the other side, 3 and 4 on the other side, brackets that you get from Nomad ADV. So in the beginning I tried to order this part at Nomad ADV. So I ordered it in June, and I was waiting for it and waiting, and I wrote some mails and they say they will send it and whatsoever. But it never arrived at my place, and after it was like exactly 70 days after I bought it online at Nomad ADV, they wanted to finally ship it, and I said, okay, right now I would like to cancel it because I don't like to wait 70 days for a part. And so we're living in 2024, and normally this should be here at least within 2 or 3 weeks. I'm not sure. So this is really like a maximum, but not like 70 days for a part like that. So this is my experience with Nomad ADV. I read a lot of threads where a lot of guys also, this should not be a Nomad ADV bashing. So this is just my experience. So, but this experience is matching with some other people. They had the same experiences, a very long lead time for items from Nomad ADV. So my recommendation would be to buy this at some KTM online store. It needed, I think, three days. It was like 3 days until this part arrived then finally at my home, and I built these brackets by myself. So later on I will show you these brackets in detail so that you can rebuild them as well. But let's go back to the advantages and disadvantages of the Fender. So disadvantage is very heavy, very expensive. It's not that heavy, so it's nearly the same size as this one. Unfortunately, I can't put them on a scale because they are just too large, but it's really not that heavy. I think this material is the same as this one, so it's polypropylene, and so it's very soft and not like brittle or anything. So I think this can, yeah, or will last very good or a very long time. I like this material really, so it's flexible, so it can bend a bit, so you can, yeah, you don't have to be too exact if you build your brackets by your own. And of course, it's yeah, good looking, I think. So I think, of course, this one is my favorite one. I think this one would be the second, and this one would be my third option if it's about the looks of the front fender. But right now, after I experienced all three of these, so I would definitely choose this one because of the material, and yeah, not about because of the price. Yeah, simply because of the material, I have to say. Yeah, later on, as I told you, I will show you these brackets in detail. But so far so good. I think that's all about the Fender from the KTM 990. And right now we will move on, and I will show you what these fenders will look like on my bike. Okay, so I just put it on. I didn't fix it, but as you may see, I also drilled some holes here inside, and this is because of the brake line and the ABS sensor, because you need to attach it somewhere, because if your complete front wheel will push up, of course this one needs to get pushed up as well, because otherwise it will do a loop around your around here in this area somewhere, and maybe get into your spokes. So, but this worked perfectly for me. So you use some big wire strap, and you just put it beneath this metal piece here. So beneath here. So if you fix it very tight, so this will definitely get pushed up. And of course you will have or need a guidance over here. So I use some guidance yeah, from Rade Garage. So as you see, so it won't move around. So it will have, yeah, some connection onto my left front fork, and will smoothly get pushed up by this wire strap, which is down here. And I did the same also on this one, but we will see later about that. But I think it looks pretty cool. Yeah, so that's about the looks of the Perfect Fairings front fender. So, of course I did not connect it, I just hold it here in place, but you all know what the front fender of the Husqvarna 701 looks like. And yeah, as you see maybe down here, so I needed to cut it in this place here, because it was touching my radiator, and it's another radiator from a KTM, and also this radiator guard is another one, so I needed some space, so I cut it away, and so this worked out fine for me. But yeah, I can also put you some picture inside what the front fender on this bike looks like, but I'm pretty sure you well know what it looks like. And so let's move on to the last one. So, and this is what the fender from the KTM 990 looks like. And yeah, I did the same as I told you before about my Perfect Fairings front fender. I cut or drilled 2 holes inside here, and I used some wire strap to push those brake and ABS sensor line upwards. And so I needed to cut out some small piece here as well, and yeah, this works perfectly fine, so no issues so far. You could also attach it maybe here, but I'm not sure about that. This looks not that sturdy, and then you will also have some loop here, and you need to guide it again upwards to the front fork, and no, I think this solution is better for me at least, so I use it like that. Yeah, let's talk about the brackets. So later on I will remove these and we'll do some measurements as well, so that you can rebuild them. Some very rough measurements, but it's really not that complicated. So basically you have some aluminum plate here, and so there are like 2 holes which are going to attach this front piece here to the fork. So this will be this screw back there, and this screw which gets in here. So basically, yeah, you fix it with this bolt, and with this bolt later on, if you put this one above it and put the bolt through here. The other attaching point here, so this is for the second hole of the front fender. So this will only connect the front fender to this aluminium piece here. So basically, so this aluminium piece is connected with 2 bolts to your front fender, and you have 1 additional hole to to attach your front fender as well. So not that hard to manufacture. And if you take a look on the side, so of course you have your connection point here, and yeah, you need to connect this one and this one together. So you have another aluminium piece here on the left, and of course vice versa on the right side. And so these 2 are getting connected, and then you just put the bolt through, and you connect everything to the connection point of your front fork. And of course you need to drill some hole here inside to connect this plastic to the aluminium part, but basically that's all. So it will take you, I don't know, if you have the right tools, like half an hour or 1 hour to drill the holes, take the measurements, and cut the threads. Not that complicated. I would really recommend to do it by yourself, and yeah, not have a lead time of 70 days. Anyway, so I will remove at least one side, so both parts of one side, and yeah, I will show you these parts in detail. Okay, so here we are. So right now you see a complete set of brackets for the right side. So if I just turn my camera around, so on this side, this is the right side in yeah, riding direction, and this is a set for it. So as you see right now here, so you got 2 brackets. So let's talk about this one first. So this one, you can see that here and here it's just like drilled through. So it's 2 drilled through holes here and here. And this one is an M6 thread. Here you have the bracket for the outside, or on the outside. And so here you also have some drilled through hole. And this is some thread for some M5 bolt. So you need, so I use at least aluminium bolts, because the stainless steel bolts, so they were destroying those threads inside this aluminium piece here. So this 3 bolts are M6 bolts, and the small ones are M6 by 10, and the big one here is M6 by 15. Same here, M6 by 15, and this one is M5 by 10. So this is a complete set for one side. It's nothing special, so you can buy it nearly everywhere or online. And yeah, about this aluminium piece, so it has a thickness of 5 millimeters, and right now, so the width is more or less like 48 millimeters or nearly 50 millimeters. And this piece here, so let's take the other one. So this piece has a length of, a rough length of 95 millimeters. as you see here. So in the bend, it will start approximately at 5 millimeters, very roughly. So these are very unprecise measurements right now, but I think this is more than enough to work on it by yourself. So nothing special. Yeah, just some drill through holes, drill through, thread, drill through, thread, and the fitting bolts. At best, use aluminium if you use some aluminium sheets as well here. And yeah, this one will be, of course, then on this, in this place here. So this will be put there, and you will have one small bolt on this side to connect it directly to the front fork. Oops, directly to the front fork. You will have the long bolt to put it through the fender and the metal sheet here and into the front fork. And you have the other one to connect the second hole of your front fender onto this adapter bracket. So that's basically all. And on this side, of course, you will put this one through the fender, through this metal piece here, into the front fork, and you're going to attach the second part of the front fender just up here, and yeah, that's all. Yeah, I will put a list also down below of maybe the bolts that you need at least for one side, so that you do not mix it up in the end. Yeah, use some aluminium bolts, and basically that's all about the brackets. And yeah, easy to manufacture, just do it by yourself, and yeah, install it. So this is exactly what I'm going to do right now. So I will install again my front fender, and yeah, see you later. And here we go. This is what it looks like assembled. And if we take a look down here on the bracket, so you can see that this aluminium piece yeah, is held in place by this bolt and by this longer bolt, which runs through the fender and through the aluminium into the fork. So you have two bolts connecting this aluminium piece, and in the middle you have the bolt which is just connected to this aluminium piece in the middle with this M6 thread. On the left side here you can see this additional yeah, adapter or bracket. This is connected through the fender, through this aluminium piece into the front fork. And as well, of course, we have this bolt here, which is connects, or which is going to connect this plastic piece to this aluminium piece. If we go over to the other side, you can already see that I attached some wire strap here to push up those brake line and ABS sensor, of course. And yeah, we have the same set of adapters down here. You may see it. And so if the front wheel is going to get pushed upwards, it's guided through this ring here. And if we take a look from above, you can see that those two lines are running through this, yeah, guidance piece or yeah, connector, and will run up yeah, up to here. And if the front wheel will be pushed inwards, those both lines yeah, will have enough space here to be pushed upwards. Yeah, that's basically all about front fenders. I hope I could help you out to find a decision if you need a low front fender, and if yes, which one. Yeah, have a nice Christmas, Happy New Year, and maybe see you next year in some other videos about the Husqvarna 701 or other navigation topics. So thanks a lot for watching, and see you next time.